Today we're going to be making a chocolate crumb. Very easy. It takes about 10 minutes to put together, 15 minutes to cook. You can put it in the refrigerator if you don't use it right away, but it is great for desserts like ice cream. It's great for plating food if you want to make them look a little bit fancy. It's great for crumbling over things. It's delicious and it's a nice staple to have around. So let's get started. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take some chocolate. I chopped it up, it's easier to melt, and some butter, and we're going to put it in the top of a double boiler. All I have in here is some water and just a regular pan. You can buy a double boiler, but this works just as well. We're just going to melt this chocolate in the butter. So we'll put this in here. Stir this bit. You can do this in the microwave. I know a lot of people do this in the microwave now. You have to keep opening and you have to keep checking it. I'm standing here and this is going to be done in just a minute or two. And I just stand here and I can watch it. So I don't use the microwave. If you want to do it in the microwave, put it in a bowl, microwave safe bowl, 10 seconds at a time, and just keep an eye on it. Just keep making sure, stir it when you take it out of the microwave, but you do exactly the same thing except you don't see it. See how quickly this is melting? It's already in the bowl that I'm going to use for the rest of this, so nothing against microwaves, but this seems so much easier to me. We're almost done. It's got one little stubborn little piece in there. There's one little piece of butter in here that won't melt. Okay, there it goes. All right, we'll turn this off. I'm going to take my bowl out, put it on this towel so it doesn't get the counter wet or burn the counter. So here we have our chocolate, melted chocolate. I've used Bittersweet today. Sometimes you can mix up the chocolate. You can use semi-sweet. I'm going to use this on an ice cream recipe that I'm making for the channel. And the ice cream is not overly sweet, so the Bittersweet's going to complement that nicely. All right, so we're going to add some brown sugar. Stir that. We're going to stir all of this in some cocoa. Some flour. And a little bit of salt. And we're just going to start stirring this up until it looks kind of crumbly. I've got my oven on 350. We're going to bake this a little bit after we get done stirring this up. And I can already tell, see how it's not, we don't want it smooth. We want that, that's how the crumble starts. It's just breaking, that right there is going to turn into the crumble. So it feels dry. And it's supposed to feel dry. I can tell it's the perfect consistency. Just make sure you get all of that flour and brown sugar mixed in. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is I've prepared a baking sheet. I've put parchment paper on that. I'm just going to make sure this is, see, we've stirred enough so that it's not too hot to handle. And then we're going to just crumble this over. It's like playing with Play-Doh. We're just going to crumble this out. You can also add nuts to this if you'd like to while you're stirring it. I don't want nuts in this today, but pistachios or hazelnuts or whatever kind of nuts you want if you want a little more texture. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put this in the oven. And then we're going to stir it halfway through, and halfway through, if we don't like the size of these, we can break them up a little bit more, but that looks pretty good right now. Okay, so we'll take this and we'll put it in the oven at 350, middle rack, and set the timer for 15 minutes, and we'll be right back. Okay, so it's been about 7 minutes. We're going to take a look at this. Okay, that's looking nice. I'm just going to stir this up a little bit. Oh yeah, see that? Now we're making a crumble. See? Oh, look, it looks like dirt, but yummy. Okay, I'm going to shake that a little bit to even that all out. That's looking delicious. Okay, here we go. Back in. Okay. Great. Okay, the timer is going off. Let's take a look at these. Okay, that's feeling like sand, and what's going to happen here is we're going to take these out now. 15 minutes worked. They're not totally crumbly yet, but they do continue to harden as they cool. So I don't want to overcook them because then they get like, you know, you don't want to, they get too crunchy. So we'll take these out and we'll let these cool completely, and then we'll take another look at them. Okay, so this has cooled off. It's been about 15 or 20 minutes, and it did continue to harden up a little bit. So, but it's not too hard. I can still break it with my fingers. It's got a very nice texture. I'm gonna give it a taste now. Oh, it's delicious. It's really good. There are so many things you can do with this. You can top ice cream with it. You can make, if you make a cake and you want to put some texture on the top, you could put this on the top. You could, for plating, you could make the cake and put it surrounding the cake. Those Yule logs at Christmas time that look like a log, you can use this as the dirt. And a pie crust. Did I already say pie crust? You can also use it as, you know, a pie crust. Like if you make a cream pie or something, you could use this on the bottom of that. So there's lots of things to do. I do have a video for ice cream coming up shortly, and this will be part of the presentation of that, and you can see exactly how it's being used. But it's just a nice thing to have to add to your elegant plates for your friends and family. Thank you.